Welcome back to the channel, Keith at Crypto Bullseye, and I promised you more special guests, and this is the second time we've got Marcel on the channel. So, hello, Marcel.
Hi, guys.
Thanks for coming on the channel again, Marcel. Appreciate you taking the time out to come and speak to the community again. So we've been speaking a little bit beforehand, actually, and we've got a couple of interesting things to talk about today, and I'm going to start with the Bitcoin dominance. So I've done a video earlier on what I think about the market as far as reset's concerned, and Marcel's got his views as well, but we are going to start with the Bitcoin dominance, and I'm just going to share my chart quickly. So we'll go through that and sharing my chart, and this is something that I've been speaking about in the channel earlier on too. So we've got Bitcoin dominance, and the aim of the game with the Bitcoin dominance is when is it going to pull back? Because we are looking for a rotation from Bitcoin, not just Bitcoin, but on risk or off risk assets, from off risk assets to more on risk assets. And for that to happen, you need the rotation of capital. For that to happen, you need confidence in the market. And for that to happen, you need things like reduced interest rates, stimulus in the economy, being able to refinance world debt. And when we look at cryptocurrency, we can look at certain charts, and I look at the Bitcoin dominance as one of the leading indicators to find out when people have got the confidence to come from the least risk asset, Bitcoin, into things like the second least risk asset, which is Ethereum and other altcoins. So it goes from risk, and we can look at the Bitcoin dominance, and you can see one thing. Talk about knocking on the ceiling. The more times you knock on the ceiling, the more times you're likely to break through. So what clues can we get from this Bitcoin dominance chart? Just looking at pure raw data, you can see that we've hit a triple top. We've hit a triple top. However, in the short term, it's the daily chart. In the short term, we've got one chart pattern here. This is a push to the upside at resistance, 62%. We know 62% has been rejected once, twice, 3 times. Now we can look inside these candlesticks and we can see we've got rejection and we've got a little pullback here. Now this is the interesting thing, the extreme of the day of the previous candle, and then we completely reversed that. That's a lower low, lower close candle, and that is a 3-bar reversal, indecision, lower low, lower close. So usually when this happens, let me just zoom in. And we're talking short term here, this is daily. Usually what happens is you get a 50% retracement. So let's measure this, 50%. We can stick our 50% level on the fib. Let's see how far away we were on this, 0.5. It's a strange thing because the 0.5 isn't actually a Fibonacci number. But the 0.5 always gets respected when you get these 3-bar reversals and you get these bearish candles. Nearly, we were just near the 50% level, and then we got another reversal. So if this red candle takes out previous candle and completely engulfs it, expect further downside on the USDT. Now, let me talk higher time frame now as far as this is concerned, what I think as far as the crypto market's concerned and how this bull market will play out. We need ultimately a big drop from this accumulated phase. This is the weekly. This has been a 2.5 to 3 year accumulated phase where we've been in an ascending wedge. And this thing is topping out. This thing needs to break out. See, we've got indications here. What we've just talked about here, we've got indications and this thing needs to pull back. When this happens, we pull back from this channel, we take out this level here, 55%, we will get a big surge to the downside. That is going to be alt season. That is the rotation of capital. That's people coming out of the biggest risk asset. When something's 60% of the whole crypto market, there's millions and millions of cryptocurrencies out there. This thing takes 61% of the whole of the crypto market cap. When people are coming from Bitcoin into altcoins, that is crazy. That's why you see the crazy gains, and that's why you see the crazy crashes. So this is where I'm predicting it's going to be the 50% level of the bull cycle. Reason for that, we can just bring up the moving averages. Higher the time frame, the higher the conviction. What have we got here? We've got our 200 period weekly moving average. So I'm expecting this to be the 50% point, but you've also got this rejection point here, all these rejection points here, rejection, till you broke through. You expect this big rejection point to act as support. So how big of a crash would this be if we hit this level? Initially, I thought the market would have run a lot earlier than what it did. Guys, the market catches out all the time. Remember, the markets rhyme, the markets never repeat. So the market catches out. And I thought that we would have run earlier. I thought that this would have been a big rejection point, and that would have been a big pullback. Bitcoin would have dropped less, which would have pushed dominance up, and then altcoins would have bled even harder, and then this would have been the big one, all the way down here to 40%. You can see how much this held as support, Marcel. Big support there. So when are we going to get the drop? We've got a few key levels to look out for here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to push over to you and let me know what you think about that, Marcel. But that's how I see alt season playing out. Bitcoin dominance is really showing weakness there. And that's one of my leading indicators. So over to you, Marcel.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about funding rates again. So as you can see, funding rates are basically an indicator of emotions. So when the funding rates are really low, this might suggest that the market is panicking and people are playing on clients. But right here, on the contrary, funding rates might be actually an indicator to load their bags and buy Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. So right before like the Trump post on Truth Social that he announced the Bitcoin reserve on March 2nd, there was a huge decline in funding rates, and funding rates went really negative. And also, we've seen that funding rates have been going negative quite recently on March 11th and actually today as we're speaking on March 15th. So we might expect that possibly in the short term, this is going to indicate that this might be a potential moment to maybe accumulate small portion of Bitcoin, but also it's worth keeping in mind that no metric is flawless. And as you can see right here, we also had negative funding rates, and Bitcoin dropped like another 10%, because we need to also look at like the macroeconomic state of the world. And right here, we had the crypto summit, and we had Trump signing the establishing the crypto reserve. So two very positive, very bullish news, but they might have been already priced. And right now, also, that's the other point of view, the market doesn't really have anything to look forward to that is like positive, because a few weeks ago we've had like this crypto summit, we've had this Bitcoin reserve, we've had 2 months ago we've had Trump like getting office in the White House. And as you can see, this was actually like the moment of euphoria, because on funding rates, this can indicate that funding rates can also indicate very positive moments and positive emotions. And when funding rates get really high, this means that the traders are euphoric. And right here on January 20th, when Trump was getting into the office, and it was the top of Bitcoin, the funding rates were extremely high. And also on December 5th, I'm not sure what that date was and what happened right here, but it was actually 103,000 on Bitcoin, and funding rates were extremely high, extremely high. I will look also at BST10. Yeah, it's kind of all over the place. Looked like it was a very chaotic period right here, and even like the BSP metric wasn't really sure what's happening, because we've had like high buying pressure, then low buying pressure, a lot of things going on. And right now the market is kind of like stabilizing into like some kind of, in my opinion, some kind of like the boring state we had a few months ago, when there was like before October 24, when there was like Bitcoin going slightly up, Bitcoin going slightly up, Bitcoin going to 69,000, then going down to like 60,000. And we might be maybe looking at something like this right now. But also the thing I wanted to point out is that we have one like negative event coming soon, which I think is already being priced, and this is the delisting of USDT by Binance. In case you don't know, Binance is going to delist non-compliant stablecoins in Europe on March 31st. You can read like this article on Cointelegraph, but it is possible that like market is already pricing this event, and we might also get a little bit lower by the day of this event, and maybe like right around this time, this might be a potential opportunity to accumulate. It's of course 2 weeks until this time, more than 2 weeks. So a lot can change. Like Donald Trump can like say we're throwing 50% tariff on the European Union, and this is going to like collapse us like right here. But it's also something to like consider. And yeah, we need to be looking at different metrics and macroeconomic state of the world, because right now I think it matters like never before. So this is like really important. And also I wanted to look at two random altcoins. Maybe not that random, because the one was actually Nexo. So let me just show you Nexo, because this looks quite interesting. Like this coin has a really interesting order book. And as you can see, these are buy orders. On like the green side is buy orders, and red are sell orders. And as you can see, right now, buy orders on Nexo are being set above 99 cents. And right above 99 cents, we have like small stairs, small buy orders, but below that, below 99 cents, we have almost no buy orders. So if the price of Nexo was about to like collapse, in the short term, of course, this could teleport it straight to like Valhalla or something like that. No, Valhalla is like up, but hell is like down.
Yeah.
So, in crypto terminology. So
Yeah.
this right here, if on the other side, if Nexo was about to like break 1.1 right here, you can see this like on the red indicator on the chart. This could like, if we were about to break $1.1, we could actually like teleport Nexo to 1.18. So it's something to also look for and consider. And the thing I'm talking about is like very short term, so it's not like for maybe long-term portfolio building, etc. It's like for altcoin speculation, because this right here changes all the time. So right now we have like Turbo really high. We have Toncoin really high in buying pressure, because actually this happened right now. This happened right now as we are speaking. Like the look at that. It's not scripted, but this is going into the video for sure.
Yeah.
Like we can see that, like look at those huge buy walls on Toncoin. This is actually like pale green right here.
Yeah.
And these are order books from Bybit, and these are from Binance. And as you can see, like this is massive like buying pressure on Toncoin. I'm not sure what happened really, but like the BSP metric dropped like below, because this right here shows us with oh, and I actually got this is in Polish, but I actually got right now an alert for potential Toncoin buying opportunity. But as you can see, I'm not going to do that, because I think the market already like priced it, and it's like 30%, not 30, 10% increase in like, let me measure it, like 10% increase in 15, 17% increase in like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy. But
Wow.
right now people are waking up, and maybe people are trying to catch up with Toncoin or something. And right now the BSP metric dropped to extremely low levels. But as you can see, like this metric right here, also the BSP went really low. This like right here. So this was actually the better possible opportunity to buy, because the market hasn't done like big move upwards. So
It's just done.
yeah, this just happened. I was actually like looking at different altcoins, and this just happened. But we might look into that after the recording. But quite interesting phenomenon, and I'm glad people saw it like happening live, and that's quite interesting. So yeah, as we speak, things are happening and things are getting crazy. So yeah, actually on MaxData you can like play around and look at different things like that, and this is like a great tool for speculating on altcoins, as you can see. And you can sort by different metrics, you can add different metrics, set alerts, etc. So that was like my part, and I think you guys got something out of it, and yeah.
No, that's perfect. That was a really good demonstration, a really good explanation, and it's strange how things pan out in crypto as you're actually doing things in real time. But
Yeah.
no, that was really interesting on Tancoin as well. But no, thank you very much. It's been great having you on again, Marcel, and I know that you're going to be a regular on the show, so thank you very much. And we're going to have
Thank you
lots of other
again
guests,
also.
and no problem at all, mate. Appreciate you taking the time out to come on. So yeah, that's about it from me, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Thank you again, Marcel, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye from me.